This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 650 for April 6th, 2020. Audio-visual novel?
AKA a movie.
Now I'm in surround sound.
Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast. I don't know why I'm rubbing my hands all weird. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpear.
Hello, it's because you're washing your hands virtually.
That's right. Wash your hands. Stay inside.
And then you touch your face immediately after doing it. I mean, come on.
I know. I can't. Oh, my face. It's so. Oh, I'm so pretty. And the Nimp is here.
Hey, what's up?
Patreon.com/E1M1. The ones are numbers. All the cool behind the scenes early access stuff. The $5 a month tier is the recommended one. I appreciate everyone being a patron in these tough times, and I hope that you appreciate all the content that we bring you every week.
Has the new stuff started flowing out yet?
Not yet, because I need to I need to find some sort of time to edit those.
Okay. There is a new show on the way, folks.
There's a new show. We just finished the third episode here today, and it is turning out real well. You
say that now.
Well, the content we're enjoying, maybe we'll take a nosedive, but the content we're making, always good.
Just send it out raw. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be great. The real behind the scenes where it's just us clearing our throats for 15 minutes before we start recording. It'll be great. Yeah. Patreon.com/E1M1. Moon, what have you been playing this past week?
Deadly Poops.
Okay.
Ditto.
I think it's the theme of the show in general. However, no, I have been playing a couple of things here and there. We'll start with the big. That's all, folks. We'll start with the biggest time killer of them all, Stardew Valley.
Yeah, me too. Not feeling well this week, so.
You guys want to know a secret?
Oh my god, did you start playing Stardew Valley?
Yeah, I downloaded it after last podcast.
Yeah! Hell yeah! Stardew Valley cast, let's do it. Episode 1.
Okay, so who wants to go first then? Because I'm endgame. Did you actually start playing it this week, Nimp?
Oh yeah, I'm on, day 28 of summer year 1.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
Talk to us about it. Yeah.
So, I do like the game. Listening to you guys talk about it on the other podcast as well as on this podcast, it seemed like it had a lot of things that would click with me, and a lot of things do.
Yeah.
I spent probably my first day clearing out. I just did the original farmland. I didn't mess with any of the extra ones.
Yeah, that's the one I used too.
But I completely cleared all that out. And
nice.
I have everything upgraded to copper right now for my equipment, except for the trash can.
That's a quick turnaround.
Yeah, that is fast.
Like I said, it bit me hard.
Yeah.
But right now, I am making a chicken coop. I've already upgraded my house so that I have a kitchen and a bedroom.
Nice.
I have a cat, which is awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Really good animations.
And then I've kind of just been doing my own thing. I'll check the quest board, the quest board at the store.
Yeah.
Once a day, and I'll look to see if there's something that I can do there real quick. But a lot of it's been like, hey, I want a topaz to put on my shelf. I'm like, well, I haven't even seen one of those, so I'm not doing that.
Yeah, like I started a new game on the Switch, and like one of my earliest ones was like, hey, I want a diamond, can you bring that over? And it's like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna see that for like another year. What's wrong with you?
I was gonna say, I'm on floor 15 of the mine.
Nice.
And I think I did finally get a topaz, but that's like the only thing. And I've got like all these geostones that I haven't popped open yet. But right now I'm just farming jalapeno peppers. I've got a massive field of those that I'm just growing, turning around, reselling.
That's the best investment you can make early in the game, is get those ones that just keep producing.
Yeah.
Yep, strawberries, hops. Yep.
When I've got winter coming up, so I planted a bunch of maple trees because I'm thinking that I doubt there's going to be any crop that I can do because I don't have a greenhouse or anything for the wintertime.
You're correct.
I was going to mess with mostly doing mining and then possibly getting maple sap, syrup, whatever from the trees.
For that one, get all 3 kinds of tree put in there because you will need all 3 kinds of thing from them.
Okay.
So do maple, do oak, and do whatever the other one is.
Pine.
Yes.
Yeah, pine. They all produce something different when you put a tapper on them.
Okay.
Yes. So get all 3 in as soon as you can. So during the winter, you've got that all ready to go.
Yeah. So I got a nice little area that's just all trees and.
Yeah. The other thing too is that I think they mention it in game, and I don't remember where. You take maple syrup and you can build beehives with that, and those will generate honey, but not in the winter. You can still build them and they'll sit there. They just don't make honey in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, did we lose that?
Oh, he's frozen. Skype. As soon as I start dropping hot tips, Skype just starts.
Of course. So anyway,
2956. Nymph drops.
Editing.
All right, so Moon, you're gonna hate me with my Stardew Valley update here.
Okay.
I've been playing on the Switch, trying to take all the lessons I learned from my PS4 farm and trying to
maximize the efficiency.
Well, not necessarily that, but mostly like I made some design choices in my PS4 farm that I don't think I would necessarily do long term, so I'm going to do those. I'm going to avoid those in my Switch one. Boy, it just dropped the nymph completely. Okay. I got the bridge repaired in winter 2 of year 1, and so I now have access to the quarry.
Yes.
It spawned 2 of those
the stupid geodes with the blue swirls.
That has blue swirls. The very first one I opened up dropped a prismatic shard. So winter 2, year 1, prismatic shard. I can't even go to the desert yet. And I was like, man, I'm sorry, Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, good news is...
going pretty well.
The good news is I got 3 prismatic shards.
Hey!
In 2 days last week. Or this
Great.
week. And then I promptly got another 3.
Hey! That's great. My biggest excitement is I can go bring it to the desert as soon as I'm like now going to rush to unlock the desert to get the Galaxy Sword.
Galaxy Sword, yeah.
I'm on like level 40 of the mines, so as soon as I get that thing, I'm going to just cruise through the rest of it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
That's really good. So, I mean, I got my prismatic shards at last. And... Sorry, I'm laughing at my face on the stream. It's ridiculous.
I just looked over there and noticed. If you're not watching the live stream here, Moon's face is now basically a jumbotron at the bottom of the. Yeah, it was pretty good.
I tell you, Stone Cold Steve Austin, you will not stunner that referee.
That's right.
So I kind of lost my mind with this game, as in I played almost exclusively this week. I did, you can write it down, but shout out, I played a little bit of Apex. I'm about 6 weeks behind on the season pass, so I'm probably not going to complete it this time unless I do some serious grinding this month.
Sure. Who knows what'll happen?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? But I probably won't get it, but whatever, that's fine. Stardew has been the light of my life this past couple of weeks.
Right.
So I did get my prismatic shards, and I did complete the mineral thing for the donations. So I completed all my minerals.
Okay.
And then I only needed 4 artifacts.
Okay.
And last night I got my final artifact, which was a 1% chance of getting it.
Nice. Which one's that one?
In the forest. It's the scapula, the prehistoric scapula.
Oh, okay.
You can only get it from artifact spots and only in the town and the Cindersnap forest to the south.
Okay, not even the secret forest?
Not even secret, not in artifact troves.
Are they the little worm spots that you have to dig up? Gotcha.
That's exactly what they are.
Hey, the Nymph's back. Hey.
Welcome back, Nymph.
Oh, great. That's a special one. Yeah. Well, we're just continuing to talk about Stardew Valley, so...
but yeah, I got the final artifact I needed and got my artifacts completion the other day. I caught every single fish, including the 5 legendary fish.
Wow. Can I tell you... Let me tell you something that I didn't realize until I looked it up. I had a... Speaking of artifacts, I had a quest in my quest log that was like find the shadowy figure from year 1 on my PS4 version. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was the guy
You thought it was Krobus.
Yeah, I thought it was Krobus, the guy in the sewer, so I thought, oh, well, maybe I have to max out his friendship level for that quest to resolve. No, I hadn't found the dude that looks exactly like him, so I didn't have... I'm on like year 4 on my PS4 version. I didn't have the magnifying glass, so I wasn't getting any of these secret notes. I was just like, oh my god, here's another thing I've been missing. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. I now have a giant Jumino plush, or whatever it's called.
Me too. Yeah, I just got those
secret notes.
Yep.
I also spoke to the bear, which...
I just got that note, yeah. This game is great. This game is crazy in the best way.
So much stuff in this game, it's ridiculous. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I did a lot this week. I completed my shipping collection, including tea leaves, caviar, roe, all of the additional...
For anyone listening to the audio version, I think the Nymph's power just went out again. So
yep.
I don't think... Where do you get tea leaves from?
So for tea leaves, or for tea, you need to become good friends with, I think it's Robin.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no, is it Robin? No, it might not be Robin. Caroline. It's the Pierre's wife.
Oh, Caroline, yeah.
So I think if you become friends with her 7 heart event, I believe, is she shows you her sunroom, which is just a room full of like plants and like it's basically a greenhouse that she sits in and does stuff. Mm-hmm. And she gives you some tea leaves and it gives you the recipe for crafting the tea plant.
Okay.
Which you can put indoors, and then it only blooms like the last six days of any given season.
Oh, okay.
So that's how you get tea, and you can make tea and tea leaves, and you need to ship them both.
Gotcha.
Dinosaur mayonnaise as well, just for the record. For those
I shipped dinosaur mayonnaise like nobody's business, because I'd run across the dinosaur egg issue on the subreddit where someone was like, I finally got the dinosaur egg, and I was like, why is anyone excited about this? So pro tip for anyone listening, take the dinosaur egg. It's a rare drop. Take the dinosaur egg, put it in your incubator in your coop, have that generate a dinosaur for your farm. Then it eventually will lay an egg that you can then donate to Gunther in the museum, and then you can make dinosaur mayonnaise out of that too. So like you don't want to waste your first one on donating it, because then you miss out on all this other benefit. Or you can do whatever you want. Like, I'm not your boss.
Minor spoilers for that too. When you get to the desert, you can get a lot more dinosaur eggs. They kind of fixed that issue a little bit.
Oh, okay, from the Skull Cavern?
Yes, they introduced 2 new types of enemy into the Skull Cavern, and one of them is basically a dinosaur.
Smart. There you go. Okay, so not nearly as serious.
It used to be really bad.
Patch 1.4 apparently is quite the patch for fixing not missable stuff, but really rare stuff.
Rare stuff, yes. But yeah, I did the full shipments. I completed my collection. I got every star drop in the game.
Nice.
Now my energy bar is ridiculous.
I'm still missing 2.
Because I created this save so long ago. Which, it was 80 hours, by the way. Now it's at like 180 hours or something.
Sorry, Winemaker Joe in chat says, is it farming or Jurassic Park? Boston spared no expense.
Yep.
That's right. It's both.
It's both, yeah. It's 100% both. But yeah, I did the gourmet chef too, and I cooked every single recipe in the game.
Nice. Oh, you're just knocking out all these hard stuff now.
I was talking to my wife, and it was like, this is a bit like Lego games. At the start of the game, you get like a good, like, solid half of the achievements right at the beginning of the game. Yeah. And then it's a barren wasteland until the very end of the game, and then you get all the rest of the achievements when you basically got everything in the game left.
Right. All your 100% check boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I was working on the crafting one.
Mm-hmm.
Craft every item in the game.
That's a lot of things.
Yes, it's a lot of thing. Handy little images with crafting
there you
stuff crossed off on it as I craft them.
That's right.
Just for the record.
Tablet coming in handy again.
Yep. The downside was this one highlighted in orange, which I'm not going to force you to try and read over the stream.
I appreciate
but
that.
It says Deluxe Scarecrow. And I was like, wait, what?
Oh, no.
What
I know
is a
what this
Deluxe
one is.
Scarecrow?
Yep.
So you need to collect all of the rare crows.
Yes.
I found out...
All 8 of them.
All 8 of them. That is correct.
Yep.
I found out about this crafting item on Winter 1 of Year 3, because that's when I was doing it.
Gotcha.
I have 7 rare crows. Sorry, I had 6. I needed 2 more. I needed the alien one. Okay. Which I had no spoilers where you get that from, because Boston obviously understands because he knows what it is.
I don't have it, but I have heard of it.
And I needed the witch one.
The one from Halloween?
Yeah. The one from Halloween 2 days before I found out that I needed it.
Oh, God. It happens. So for anyone listening, every season is exactly 28 days. Every season has 2 holiday events, basically. The Halloween is Fall 26, which was 2 days before Winter 1. So yes. Moon needed to wait 3 months, basically 3.5 months to go until Halloween comes back up. Yeah, that's great.
So I literally, because I'm an idiot, and I thought, well, I bought everything I needed in the first 2 years. I don't care about the stupid Halloween festival because I'm pretty sure I've got everything I can from that.
Get the golden pumpkin again. Woohoo.
I'm not, exactly. So it's like, I don't care. I'm not going to go. I'm going to harvest my pumpkins. I'm going to make pickled pumpkins. I'm going to make ancient fruit wine. And I'm going to get rich because I've got 10 billion to make.
Right.
So that's what I'm going to do. Screw your stupid little scary maze.
Right.
I don't care. And then literally 2 days later, I was like, what is a deluxe scarecrow? Yep. And then because I'm a giant nerd, I have all of my stuff sorted into boxes and chests, all organized by color and type and what is included in them. Naturally. And stuff like that. Yep. And I was like, oh, let's go into my scarecrow chest and look. And it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What am I missing? 2. I'm missing 2. That's easy enough.
Hit the wiki.
Pull open the wiki. It's like, okay, I definitely don't have the alien one. How do I get that? Oh, I get that by going here, which I've already unlocked, but I just haven't gone there yet. That's fine. How do I get this witch one? Spirit Festival. Are you serious?
I have made a mistake.
I was so annoyed because, like, if only I had a time rewind for 2 days, I could go back and get the thing I needed to knock off another one of these achievements. But no, I'm an idiot.
I lucked out on that because I kept buying them because they're all really stupid, and I like putting them around my farm, saying like, here's a regular scarecrow, here's a snowman, here's an alien, here's a dumb witch. They don't do anything special, but it's stupid.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm slightly annoyed about that.
Yeah.
But right now, that leaves me with, honestly, only a few achievements left.
Nice.
And one of the most annoying ones will be the get married and have 2 kids.
I have agreed to adopt my second child, so I'm on my way.
Literally on the way.
Yeah.
I got married 3 seasons ago.
Okay.
I have not had the option to have a child.
You've not had the talk.
Yes, I have not had the talk. So I'm still waiting for my one child to be available. So whatever, fine, that's a random thing until I can actually get the stupid thing to pop the stupid choice. Whatever.
Right.
The other thing is it's the 10 million achievement.
Yeah.
It's like, I know that's going to be a nightmare because it's like literally looking here, it's like I've got The only ones I have left are completely Adventure Guild Slayer goals, which I am
That's just time.
3 dinosaurs away from completing.
Nice.
So
that's not too bad.
Spitting distance away again. Get married and have 2 kids. Craft every item.
Yep.
And then there is the billionaire or whatever it is that make 10 million, which I went in the course of a year. I went from just under 1 million to just over 3. So I know I'm getting my loot down a bit better now.
Yeah.
I may or may not have a winter farm full of kegs.
Right.
And when I say full, I mean full of kegs.
Yeah. Building new shacks to put kegs in.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So I'm going through that whole mess now. And then I've got the Prairie King.
Yeah, those are the ones. Everything else is like the Lego games, like you've been saying. You just put in the time, just slowly work towards it. You'll get 100% in every category. The Prairie King ones, man. Beating the game, that one genuinely doesn't seem that bad. You just play it, take your time, do the stuff, watch some YouTube videos. Playing it beating the game without getting killed, that sucks.
That's a 0.04% achievement on the Xbox, by the way.
That's higher than I thought. That one sucks. That one is just... the part that bums me out is it seems like it's antithetic to how...
Stardew Valley is played.
Well, and like how the rest of the trophies are, where it's like, start your farm, get everything going, complete the community center. Then the other half is get 100%. And then you just have these 2 that are just like, screw you. Go to hell. What, do you want a platinum? Whatever. You jerk.
But, I mean, I'm at the point now where I have the movie theater. I have solved the wizard's problems, shall we say.
Yes. Stupid wizard.
Yes. The real stupid wizard. So I've dealt with his issues, and I now have his construction options available too, which is just like game-changing construction options.
Yeah, man, like I was looking at his, he's like, yeah, you can build some buildings for me. I was like, oh yeah, cool, I'm going to build a wizard building. It's like, oh no, I want all of those. What are you even hiding out from me, you creepy wizard?
Yep, the only downside with them is the cost.
Yeah, it's like, you can get some materials, that's cool, and 1 million gold. It's like, oh god, you jerk. I want that one so bad.
The golden clock is 2 million.
The golden clock is the one I really want.
Yeah. It's like the second most expensive item in the game.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yes.
So have you built any of the Jumino huts? I'm wondering how those work.
I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't yet.
So for anyone listening, the Jumino huts, basically, you plant them, and then in an area, the Juminos will collect your crops for you and sort of keep them in one central location. So you can just go there, scoop them all up from one place, like how the collection ones do in the coop in the barn.
Yes.
I'm very interested in that because my farm is getting real big.
Yes. It wasn't too bad when I first started. It's like, oh, I'm done by 7 a.m. I've done the whole sweep and everything's up to date for the day. Now it's like I finish up and like, I'm going to go to the mine. It's 3 p.m. No, I'm not.
Yep. Yeah, and like when I go to buy seeds, it's like, all right, now I have to buy 700 seeds at a go just to plant everything in my farm once, and nevertheless replenish that after stuff blooms.
Yep.
Yeah. I love Stardew Valley so much.
It's really, really good.
I love this game. And it's so funny because I thought the next logical step, obviously the next logical step of Stardew Valley is Rune Factory 4 Special. But I thought I would really enjoy Animal Crossing because it seemed like it was a sister game. But man, everything I see about that game is so the opposite of what I enjoy from Stardew Valley. Like, these certain fish and bugs can only be found during this actual real world season.
But that's the thing is because Stardew does this too, where it's like you can only catch the squid during fall and spring and only during the rain. But the difference is I can get to spring the very next year in a day if I just wake up and go to sleep. And it's like I can basically just go as quick as I want through the days.
You don't have to wait a real life year.
Yep.
And then like the thing that started breaking me for my interest in Animal Crossing was your tools breaking. And I was like, why would you do that? Like, that seems harsh. I know people are saying like it's not that big and it's not really an issue, but for me, like, just as a concept in a game like that, that's a level of stress that I don't really want in my blue sky farming fishing game.
Which, for the record, by the way, I'm loving the Animal Crossing Twitter like fandom right now.
It's so good. I love that so many people are way into it.
And I've seen so many people posting like images and designs they've done and stuff like that.
So much fan art that is great.
Yeah. Really, really good. But yes, back onto Stardew Valley. Nimp, please continue.
I don't even remember where I left off, honestly.
Boston was talking about honey beehives.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I've got pretty much everything to level 5, I think it is. I think that's where you get to choose
the profession.
1 of 2 options.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've messed around a lot with that. The fishing minigame I originally did not like.
Yep,
it's very hard at the beginning.
Yeah, and I still am using the bamboo staff that you get for free from the fisherman.
Oh, okay.
And it's been working fine. It's just every once in a while you'll get a fish where all of a sudden it goes from being at the bottom just bouncing all over the place. Like I can't do this. There's no feasible way.
Yeah. If you see a little crown above the fish's head, like on the bar as it moves, that's a legendary fish. And there's only 5 of them in the game, and you can only catch them once.
Yeah. I say these aren't any legendary fish though. These are just like I'm assuming they're fish. A higher tier or something. I need to get a better fishing rod or whatever.
What's your level in fishing?
I think I'm 5. Or
Willie
maybe
at
just before.
Willie at the fishing shop, when you hit 4 or 5, I think sells you the iridium rod, like the best one.
The best one in the game.
And that makes your bar significantly bigger, and it gets bigger every time you level. And you can put bait on there, you can put lures on there. Those will change your bar too. But the iridium rod by itself is a significant improvement. That'll make things. You get it pretty early on.
Okay. I'll have to look into that because I've just been walking in there. Like I'll go to the beach and I'll just grab everything that's on the beach.
Yep.
And then I'll go fishing and then I'll just turn around and sell it all. And
that's all good money.
Amount of money. Yeah.
Yep. The foraging, the biggest, and I'm doing the path on my second playthrough too. I love the foraging path where at the end, at level 10. Everything you pick up is iridium quality. So like every time you go to the beach, all of that stuff is selling for like 1,000 per thing you're picking up, and it just, especially during the winter, it's so much good money. Nice. And like the iridium rod from Willie is only like 1,700 gold, so it's like almost nothing. Fishing is crazy. I love it.
But then I've got my cave set up so that I have bats in it.
Oh, you went for bats? Okay.
Yeah, so I get fruits.
I go for
once a day or whatever.
I go for mushrooms. Yeah.
All shrooms all the time.
Yep.
I went back and forth on that, but I was like, I don't know, maybe this has got some, because I've been finding that sometimes this game has like some side thing that it doesn't tell you, hey, if you do this, it'll also do this. It doesn't tell you what the also it does this thing was. So I was like, oh, you know, bats would be a good thing to have on a farm anyway. So.
Oh, right. Yeah. I always do mushrooms because it's really easy to buy and plant trees, like the fruit trees. So I figured it's harder to find mushrooms in the caves than it is to plant fruit trees. But I feel like most things in this game, you don't miss out on anything during any decision. So it's like, oh, you can't get this thing easier, but you can get this thing easier. So you kind of cut even either way.
Yeah. And
it's
then
really
great. The community center, I've got most of the first one done. It's opened up, so I've got 2 more of the scrolls that I can look at.
Yeah, bundles.
Yeah. But I've just been working on the first one that you can look at.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's coming along. That's about it. It's mostly just like all my other games. It's just me putzing around doing whatever I feel like doing that day.
Yep. Listening to the cool soundtrack, chopping some wood.
Yep. I got a jukebox in my house. It's so good.
Yeah. I got to build one of those.
So good.
Yeah. Stardew Valley is great.
Yes, it is. So yes, on to my next game. If everybody's done with Stardew.
Stardew update of the week.
So we did do Dead by Friday this week. I almost said this year. My wife, Jess, Rob, Justin all joined in. My wife was around for literally 1 round.
Okay.
And then she got the summons to play Call of Duty with her girlfriends. So it was just literally like a huge party, suddenly cross-play between PC and Xbox, and my wife was jumping over there to play with them. And it's just like, okay, cool. I guess Call of Duty works. I'm just going to sit here and play Dead by Daylight with the boys. So it was like literally a girls' night and boys' night happening at the exact same time on the couch next to each other.
Yeah.
It was a little bit crazy. Well, it was fun. We did have a whole bunch of baby killers. Pretty much like...
Sorry, it's just out of context. It's just
the phrasing
Dead by Daylight is so good. It's just a gold mine for out of context titles that will get vetoed.
Oh yeah, 100%. We did. I think we escaped like pretty much like 3 games in a row. We all escaped. We had a pretty solid good night. I'm determined to get myself to 1 million blood points just so I can screenshot it before I spend it, because that's the cap. I'm at like 932,000 now, so it's like
so close.
I have a problem when I literally don't know what to spend the blood points on anymore.
Right.
I just don't. If only I could, like, donate them to the Red Cross, it would be great, but I can't.
Invest them in something.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Blood orbs.
That's right.
Yeah, Dead by Friday, fun as ever. Hit me up, always down for it kind of thing. And my final game this week, which I have a bone to pick with one Mr. Boston.
Oh no.
You missed something from the release list last week.
Oh no, did I?
Yes, because The Complex, which is the game, came out this Tuesday.
I saw you promoting this to Chuck of BMFcast and NoQuarters.net
because
that
the
he would enjoy this.
I played from this made it on my top 10 list that year, and I made on his top 10 list that year.
Right. Those of good taste.
Yes. So this is another game from Wales Interactive, which, if you're a fan of the company, you already know what type of game this is.
Yep.
This is a full motion video, choose your own adventure, audio visual novel, shall we call it, kind of game.
Yeah, it is.
Where you have to make choices, and your choices have different consequences, and you know what a choose your own adventure game is.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
Come on. Well, you two definitely do, because you're giant nerds. The listeners might not, but I hope they do.
Well, and millennials know what Choose Your Own Adventure is because we all read the books. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I missed my Choose Your Own Adventure books. I always cheated, and I always still died.
That's right. I think that was the lesson.
Yes.
Yeah, cheaters die.
But yes, this is by Wales Interactive, who also made The Bunker, which you probably heard me talk about on this show. Late Shift, which you've probably also heard me talk about on the show. Both evolutions of the genre, so to speak. Bunker felt more like a point-and-click adventure with FMV elements. The Late Shift was very much a choose-your-own-adventure kind of version of it, whereas this one definitely feels more visual novel, based on some kind of audio-visual novel, I should say, based on some of the decisions they've made. So their budget has increased, or their tech has improved, because this game looks phenomenal.
Ooh, nice.
For the record, by the way, the game loads with a film by Rami, whatever the guy's name is. Like, it literally says
That's
film
good.
by somebody.
Right, a Spike Jonze joint.
Yeah, really good. Like, okay, yeah, I get it. This is a film. I just happen to choose which direction I'm going to go. It's really good. It looks great. Like, it feels like the camera team has improved a lot. The prop budget has clearly gone through the roof compared to Late Shift.
That's probably the best investment they could make is props.
Yes. And I think I actually promoted, when I was talking about this on Twitter to Chuck, I mentioned that it looks like David Tennant's Doctor Who run. Which is to say they've got some future tech stuff in there, and it's like CG / high-end props kind of blended in. It's a bit like watching those kids produce that version of Aliens on the stage, where it's just like,
right.
You know what? The props are cheap, but full credit where it's due. That's amazing.
Yeah.
This feels very similar to that, where it's like, I could believe there's a spaceship flying above London because you've done a decent enough job of mixing this practical effect with this TV shot, whatever.
Right.
I really can't talk about anything to do with the game because 100% spoilers like the second thing starts.
Right.
It's really, really short. It's only about 2.5 hours the first playthrough.
So like a movie.
Yeah, like a movie.
Yeah.
It does my favorite thing ever. When an achievement plops, it plops in the top right corner away from everything that you have paying attention to.
Nice.
Pinball FX, top right corner, please. I don't need an achievement over my flippers.
You got an achievement. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's not that hard. Especially considering the achievements in Pinball FX are usually the nightmare complete wizard modes kind of achievements.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really love this game. A lot. Like
the complex.
Yes.
How much was it?
I don't know because my wife bought it because she was bored.
Oh, okay.
I think they might still have it at the moment, but there was a bundle offer going on. I would check out your store of choice, Boston, to see if they have the bundle on sale now.
Okay.
Because it was like all 3 or 4 of Wales Interactive's games for like a reduced price, including this one. So it might be worth checking out if it's still there. But it's fun. It's dumb. It's stupid.
It is normally $13. It is right now 10% off for the next 2 days.
Yeah.
The interactive movie bundle, Late Shift and the Complex for $22, and I think they have the Ultimate FMV bundle for $50. What does this have in it?
It's 5 games.
I think that's all of their stuff. Yeah, the Complex, Late Shift, the Bunker, the Shape-Shifting Detective, and the Infectious Madness of Dr. Decker in one bundle.
Yep. We own them all. I am pretty sure we have every single one of those games. And they have increased their budget significantly with every one they put out.
Nice.
It's really fun to play it. And my favorite thing ever, which I didn't know, but I caught it on my wife's playthrough. Dude, you can skip the stuff you've seen the second playthrough.
So it's a true visual novel where it's like, I've read this stuff already.
Audio-visual novel, hit right bumper, take me to the next choice. Hit right
take
bumper,
me to
take me to
the
the
stuff
next
I haven't seen. That's great.
They have very much learned from their previous iterations, and every time I play one of these games, it's better than the last. Like, I haven't played Dr. Shapeshifting Detective or Dr. whatever his face is. I only played Bunker, Late Shift, and then this. And Bunker was great. I really did like the Bunker. Late Shift took it to a whole nother level, and this is really good storytelling, really well done, really well acted. So British, it's unbelievable. But it's great, and I love it. And they're talking about how the first person to set foot on Mars is going to be British, and so on and so forth. It's great.
Great.
I love a small indie studio like this just coming out and being like, this is what we do, and if you don't like it, leave.
Right. Like, we're just going to make this cool passion project and whatever.
But they're good enough to do it well. I mean, if I would have told you in 1997 that the guys who make that Worms game are going to be one of the best indie publishers in 20 years, would you have believed it?
They're still around, and they're still making Worms games, too. They just put out a press release the other day where it's like, we have a revolutionary Worms game we're going to be announcing soon. It's like, okay, Team 17, I hope you do, but I don't believe you.
But they publish so many indie darlings as well. They have done what Devolver Digital did, and they've diversified their portfolio, and it has made them better.
And they published The Escapists, and now they're making a ton of money.
But yeah, if you are even slightly interested in, if you've liked Choose Your Own Adventures, FMV games, all that stupid stuff that Vinny seems to be
obsessed with. The best of the 90s.
Yes. Watch a trailer for the Complex or Late Shift. Like, just go watch a trailer and see if it tickles your fancy. And like Boston said, they're cheaper than a movie ticket.
Right.
And you can get 1,000 gamer score on them. And
you
can play them multiple times for different options.
I just looked there on PS4 too, so I might scoop that up there.
Yeah, I love these games, and thank God my wife is bored all of the time and just constantly looking for this kind of stuff right now.
Just scooping up random stuff.
Yeah, I've got another one which is waiting to be played, which is about it's basically The Wolf Among Us, but done by a different team and not set in the same universe. So sure, I'll give that one a shot too. And Rogue Cops and every other game that exists, and Call of Duty now, apparently. Right. But yes, that's all I've been playing. So let's move on to Nimp.
All right, so excuse me. Rocket League is actually something that my son and I have been playing a lot this week. We've been playing against a lot of really good people.
Guess what happens when everybody stays home all the time?
Right. I'll get back into Rocket League.
Like, we were 0-15, and we just could not stop some of these teams no matter how hard we tried. So that was a little infuriating, but we did manage to get a couple wins out here and there, but all of them were hard fought. And I already suck at this game as it is, so it just makes it that much more infuriating.
Yeah.
Oh, if it makes you feel any better, like my wife has been playing a lot of Siege with her friends recently, and the salt level has gone up from heart attack to lethal in about 2 minutes.
Which, I mean, my kids still have fun while we're playing it, so that's whatever. I just sit quietly, because I have my old PlayStation in my bedroom, and that's where my kids play it. And then I have my Pro here in my office, so I just sit in here and quietly swear to myself.
Fume silently.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty much after that, the other game that's been taking up a lot of my time is Call of Duty. The Season 2 ends tomorrow, I think it is.
And they have the double everything going on right now, don't they?
Yeah.
Knocking out seasons quick, man.
Yeah, so I'm trying to knock that out. I've only got 2 more. I'm at 97 right now, or maybe I'm at 98. Battle Pass.
So close.
Yeah, so I just got to knock out the last 2. It's not going to take that long. But I've been...
What group of platform are you playing Call of Duty on?
I'm playing on PS4.
Okay, hit me up with your Activision ID, whatever the thing they use after the show.
I can just tell you right now on the podcast. It's the NAMP.
Okay.
Shock. Spoilers.
Right.
I do have to give Activision some credit there. It seems like their cross-platform play works.
It seems to work.
Yeah,
and it just kind of functions.
So, and that's the dumb thing, because not Activision, my friends that I'm playing with, because I'd asked them before I bought the game, hey, what platform should I get it for? I've got both of them. What are you all playing on? They're like, get it for the PS4. Okay.
Did they switch
I am the only PS4 player. Everyone else is playing on Xbox. I'm like, and then they're like, well, and then they're like, well, why did you buy it for PS4? I'm like, because you guys told me to.
Well, if they all told you to jump off a bridge,
I might if it looked fun. No, but so everyone that I play with is usually on the Xbox. We've got another guy that plays on PC, and we all link together just fine. We can party up and play, so we've been doing that a lot. We actually started up a regiment, which is basically a clan, but you get to pick an hour called the Happy Hour, where you get double experience if you play with other people in your group.
Thank you, Titanfall 2, for that wonderful innovation.
Man,
yeah, but
Titanfall 2 is so good.
That took way too long to make because we could not get a name to go through.
Yep.
So finally we went with something stupid, because while we were trying to figure out what our name would be, one of our people was playing Animal Crossing, and she just comes over the mic and she's like, but I caught a fishy. And I'm like, all right, that's our clan name. Let's put it in there. Yeah. And we put it in there, and we keep getting the denied for... It wasn't in use. What did they call it? It was inappropriate content.
Oh, yeah, of course. This horribly offensive clan name.
So we're looking at all the words, and we're like, okay, maybe it's butt. No, it's not that. Maybe it's fishy. No, it's not that. Maybe it's something to do with caught. No, it's not that. It turns out the letter I is what we were getting flagged for inappropriate content.
Fantastic.
So we had to flip it to AYE.
There's no I in
pirate fisherman.
Yeah,
that's right.
So we finally get that to go through. That only took about 15 minutes, and then it wanted us to make like a 5-letter clan tag thing.
Right.
My God, could we not find anything that wasn't already taken or deemed inappropriate? Like,
yeah, because of course your natural one is like FISHY, and of course the game's like nah.
Yeah. So we start pulling up like Wikipedias of 5-letter fish names just to keep the gag going. And we went through literally 57 fish names.
Oh my God.
All of them were either taken or deemed inappropriate.
Okay, are we talking about Call of Duty or Stardew Valley? Because now I'm confused.
Call of Duty, yeah. So finally, we were just like, screw it. Let's just take the first letter of the clan name and just throw it in this stupid thing, and that worked.
So you're ACAF?
No, we're BCAF. And we're just like, whatever. And then one of the guys that we play with, we had said, it's like, man, he is not going to join this clan because he's not going to want to join one that's called But I Caught a Fishy. And yeah, sure enough, he comes on the next day and he's like, I'm not joining that. I was like, dude,
just hop in, man.
Yeah, you do not know how long it took us to get this thing to go. And he's like, I
put in the
like,
hours.
No, you're not. Yeah.
You don't get to say no.
Yeah. It's like, you weren't there.
Yeah.
So he did finally join, but yeah, so we busted out a lot of that. I've just been doing a lot of multiplayer and hardcore because real gamers playing hardcore. And I did play Warzone quite a bit, and I've gotten the stance of parachutes are for wussies, where I don't know why, but I've developed this thing where I just like crashing into the ground when they first ship you out, and your parachute doesn't auto deploy. So it never fails where I'll tell someone, hey, I'm landing right next to you, and then they just see a body fall from the sky, and it's like, hey, I need a revive.
You're just cratering yourself like, oof, all right, get me back up, let's go.
I had one where I miscalculated, crashed on a roof, so then I had to crawl off the roof, fall off of that so I could land next to my buddy so that they could revive me. And they're like, you are taking this too far. I'm like, I don't know why, but I just find this funny.
Yeah, you're dedicated to your joke.
Yeah. And then with hardcore, because there's an influx of a lot of players now, because everyone's at home playing, hardcore, you can friendly fire's on, so you can accidentally or purposefully kill your own teammates.
Right.
And it happens a lot. And I have developed a pettiness in hardcore that is very detrimental to my team, because you can kill me once and that's fine. Stuff happens, the game is crazy.
Yeah.
You kill me a second time, I am coming for you.
Right.
I don't care if there's an enemy standing next to you. You're the one I'm shooting at, and I don't care if I'm getting shot at. I'm taking you down before I die.
So literally, kill me once, shame on me. Kill me twice, you're dead too.
Yeah.
And it's made for a lot of amusement for me, because then people get mad, and then they try to hunt me down, but I'm better than them, so I kill them before they get me, and then they just leave.
Right.
And then the problem's solved, and I can keep having fun with the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
My wife has a similar rule for Rainbow Six Siege. There's a character in that, I wish I could remember her name, Ying, who basically fires off like a chain of grenades, but they're all flashbangs. So she just fires like a chain of flashbangs into a room, and it's just like as these flashbangs go off. And literally, if you hit her with the flashbang, she'll shoot you in the face.
Okay.
Because it's really easy to blind your teammates. So her rule is, if you flash me, I kill you.
Right.
Well, and some of these things too, like the last game that I played yesterday, there was someone who was just obviously not caring. And I was crouched down so they wouldn't shoot me. And I saw, after they had shot me, that he looked down and then shot me in the back of the head.
Great.
I'm like, all right, no, I'm coming for you, buddy.
Right.
And then I get a message from this person after the match trying to call me out and all this stuff. And I was like, hey, you shot me first.
Yeah, like...
It's gloves off, man.
Yeah, you had to try to do this one. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's my fun with Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I just got to get that battle pass done. Whew, it's going to be fun. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I still can't figure out where or how to get into the area that I need to get into. I've been all over this area. I'm guessing there's a merch quest or an actual side quest I need to do to open a gate or something. But I've been everywhere on this island that I can get on, and I still can't get to this one area. So I just stopped playing it.
I don't blame you.
It's like I've only got so much patience for some of this stuff. The game's still fun. It's just... I hate trying to get places in this game sometimes. It's not as... Like I said, it has the compass and stuff up, but it's just not very accurate. And it's kind of one of those things where it's like, if you're going to have it, do it properly.
Right.
If you're not going to have it, don't put it in the game.
Yeah, like at least draw an idiot line on the ground and tell me where to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the last game that I played is an oldie but a goodie, because my wife, as I said in the pre-show, she had a parenting moment where she decided that our son could play a game. And I looked at her and I said, I don't think you remember that game very well.
Okay.
And that game is Parasite Eve.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep, definitely didn't remember the game very well.
So I bought the PSN version just because I didn't want them messing with my discs that I have on the shelf back here. But I told my wife, all right, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to buy this, and you and I are going to sit down, we're going to play it, and then we're going to go from there. But my vote right now is no.
Right.
Is this literally, did you just do this so you could say, I was right, you were wrong?
No, I did it because I also wanted to play Parasite Eve.
Yeah, most importantly. Yeah.
So I get it all set up. You can only play it on PS3, Vita, and PSP. It does not play on the PS4.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Apparently 7's the only PlayStation 1 game that'll play on the PS4 because they used a PC port.
Yeah. Yep.
Go figure.
Yeah.
So we get to the opera, game opens up and everything, and I step away to grab a beer, and then I come back like 2 minutes later, and the first thing my wife says to me was, well, I was only 2 years older than our son when I played it. And I was like, the fact that you are opening up to this when I haven't said anything and we've barely touched the game makes me think you're already backpedaling.
Yeah. Yeah.
So between her and I, because she was drinking a glass of wine and I was drinking beers, so between our fuzzy states, we still managed to remember a lot of the game and where a lot of the items were and stuff.
Oh, nice.
So we're already going through and like 100%ing the game and just grabbing random things that one of us may have forgotten and the other one reminds us. But we are at Central Park right now, like just the first save point. And she went to go save, and all of a sudden I see like all these save files for Parasite Eve on there. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. Years ago when I first bought my PS3, I transferred all my PS1 saves to my PS3 so that they would be on there.
Yeah, because they had that cool adapter.
Yeah, which I still have.
I have one too.
So I still have all of my EX saves from the game, and I have her EX save as well.
Nice.
So we're going to keep playing as it is, but I know one of those saves, I have to look it up. In my youth, I got really bored and started collecting all of the weapons and maxing them out.
Oh, jeez.
So I need to look to see where I was at in that, because I remember I have a fair amount of those weapons maxed out, and there's quite a few of them in there. But yeah, the game, replaying it reminded me how shallow the RPG aspect is in that game, because you level up, but there's not a whole lot to it. Like, you gain some experience, you level up a little bit, but you only level up to, I think the max is like 26 or something like that. And there's not really a need to level up. I mean, yeah, your health goes up and your AT bar charges a little faster and you get some inventory space, but it seemed like they tried to just like force fit an RPG aspect into the game when it didn't need to be in there, and I wish it was a lot more fleshed out than it was. But maybe in the remake, who knows? Yeah,
there you go.
But yeah, so we're really enjoying it, and I think my wife is starting to remember how bad the game can get. I mean, it's not horrible, but even in today's standards, the FMVs still look good. The game looks like hot garbage.
Yeah.
But it's still great.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a lot of fun playing that.
There you go.
And that's all I've been playing this week. What about you, Boston?
All right, I'm going to talk about a game that on the surface sounds really good, and I need people to not download it while I'm talking about it because it's really bad.
Okay.
So
Destiny 2.
No.
Wait, that came real fast. Which one of you said that?
Yeah. Having a lot of fun with Destiny 2 lately, even if the community isn't. I started the recently released War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. So I loved Brave Exvius when it came out on mobile. That was a more traditional kind of turn-based gacha game. War of the Visions, they just said, hey, Final Fantasy Tactics is great. We made that. Let's just photocopy it, and we'll just put it on mobile devices. So that's what they did. They made a brand new Final Fantasy Tactics, and it has...
Did they photocopy it and then accidentally leave the lid on the scanner by any chance?
No, the problem with War of the Visions is, for as much as I've played, and I will not be playing more of this because of the second part of what I'm going to be talking about, it's a really good Final Fantasy Tactics game. It has great grid-based stuff. There's a job system. All the jobs work. It has a black mage and a white mage and a knight and an archer and lancer and all that stuff. Some of the spells charge, and you can choose the tiles or the unit. Like, it has all the standard Final Fantasy Tactics stuff. And unlike Final Fantasy Tactics, that has a really rough tutorial that you should probably skip, this has a really great, like, step-by-step tutorial. In this mission, we're just going to talk about casting spells and charge time. This one, we're going to talk about chaining attacks together. Functions really great, looks really great. It even, like, when you cast spells, just like Final Fantasy Tactics, the spellcaster will, like, shout a bunch of gibberish words and at the end be like, Faraga, and then cast the spell.
Oh, it's Naruto.
Yeah, very much, yeah. That's the good part. The other part is, and I knew this going into it, it's a gacha game. So you have banners, you're pulling units, you have unit rarity, all that stuff. That's not inherently bad because Final Fantasy Brave Exvius was really fair about it. You got enough of the premium currency just as you're playing and as like login bonuses and stuff that you could save up enough for a banner you really liked without really spending any money. This doesn't do that. This does something so exceptionally scummy, I have to call it out on the show. Normally, I would just stop playing this so we'd never talk about it.
Yeah, so there's a reason you stopped talking about Avengers, whatever it was. Academy.
Marvel Avengers Academy. Boy, that got real bad real quick. This does a thing where it's like the launch. It launched like a week and a half ago or so, and it's already hit 1 million downloads. So there's like, they're doing like 2 events right now. One is, hey, the game is brand new. There's a bunch of login bonuses for premium currency and stuff. And then there's a bunch of bonus stuff they're doing for 1 million downloads. Here's a bunch of, we're celebrating. As part of that, they're giving you a bunch of premium currency. It's called like Visior or something. It's just the premium currency. It doesn't matter what it's called.
It sounds like a new app available.
Right. Oh, if you send me money through Visior.
Whatever a Queeby is.
Right, yeah. So it's nice. They're giving you, and I went in and I had like 5,000, 5,100 something of the premium currency. And each 10 pull on a banner is like 2,000. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll do this 10 pull. And the banner they were promoting for the 1 million downloads was do a 10 pull on here and you're guaranteed to get like the highest rarity unit. And the one they had on the banner looked pretty cool. I was like, okay, cool. I'll use some of my currency to do this. Clicked the 10 pull button and it said, you don't have enough currency. I was like, pardon? I had enough free premium currency, not enough paid premium currency. And there's a difference between the two, and that sucks, and that's hot garbage.
Uninstall it right now.
Yeah, I've already uninstalled it. You shouldn't play this game. That stinks. Because I'm okay with gacha games, I'm okay with mobile games having premium currencies. That's how you fund the game, that's how everything functions, and that's the expectation now. But the fact that you're going to make like good and bad premium currency really sucks a lot. And I think the worst part about it is they made a cool game. that has all this story. And if you play Brave Exvius, it like ties into the storyline. If you didn't, it doesn't matter. But like you made a cool new Final Fantasy Tactics strategy RPG game that functions well and it looks great and it seems really cool. And then you just go poop it up with all this dumb currency stuff that you don't need to do, because I probably would have spent money on this game if you didn't have like these two values of currency, and now I'm just uninstalled it and I'm not going to play it anymore.
Yep.
So
I mean, we do have associated with the show 3 people who do like their mobile games and do spend currency on mobile games, and that'd be
sure,
of course, you, Muse, and Mina.
Right.
The picking up the pixels crew.
Yes.
Are the mobile currency spenders.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I've always loved about the ones that I end up sticking with. Like, spoiler alert, folks, I still play Marvel Strike Force to this day. Also, spoiler alert.
We just talked about that on Pup.
Mm-hmm. Our gang is, like, really, really high up in the leaderboards. Like, usually top 1% in the game.
So can we talk about, I hadn't heard, so much like Formula One, you guys have a primary clan, the Next Wave Agents of Hate. Can you tell me what your feeder clan's name is?
That I can't remember off the top of my head because I always
The
forget
Next
it.
Wave Interns of Hate.
There we go.
Which is really good, and I'm upset that no one told me about it because that's really great.
What happened was we had a couple of people who basically were maintaining a relatively high level of people playing the game. I play the game every day. Without fail, I play this game. The second I come home from work, I'm getting changed. I'm playing Marvel Strike Force while I'm making myself a cup of tea. I'm sitting down, I'm getting settled, Marvel Strike Force.
You gotta be serious to be in the clan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had some people who needed to take a break or whatever, so we ended up with a lot of people interested in joining us. So we literally, full credit, I think it's Alpha who ran it, but he was like, look, I have a secondary account.
Alfa Romeo.
I hate you so much right now.
No, Toro Rosso.
Yes.
Oh.
And yeah, so he was like, I have a secondary account. I'll just start a feeder basically for us. So people join that one, same kind of mentality, and then when they're ready for the big leagues, they can come up to us. But the reason I brought Marvel Strike Force up is because they literally just announced 5 new characters for the game.
Great.
Which you need the 5 most recent characters to unlock them. And it's that whole cycle, and it's the same thing I mention every time I talk about this kind of thing. It's like, I'm fine with that. I will get them 4 years from now if I'm still playing. I will get them then without spending money on them because I don't have the money to spend on every single character you release.
And like, you don't care that much. Like, you can play the long game. You don't have that need to have them right now.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I'm enjoying it. I enjoy the spirit we have as the team. And I like hanging out with 25 people who are just, generally speaking, crazy people. And that includes Musum. 100% includes Musum, by the way.
Yeah, he admits as much. Like, you all are very dedicated to Marvel Strike Force, and like, you have set up a clan of people that are all super dedicated to being the best in the game, and I think that's really cool.
And who would have thought this kind of started? Because if memory serves, didn't Billisford point you towards this game?
I think so.
And then we all started playing it, and then everybody else other than me dropped out from it.
Yeah, I think we sort of burnt out pretty quick on it.
Yeah, and then Bills, who was 10 times higher level than us, is now in our group because we're at his level now. Like, it's just one of those things where we've all kind of just, if people are being doo-doo heads, they get kicked. It's that simple.
Yeah. Yep. Be cool
Marvel
and be good.
Puzzle Quest.
Not kidding. I literally uninstalled it yesterday.
Yeah, I wish there was a little bit more to that game that would keep me going more regularly. It's so good. The repeating events is what killed me.
Yeah. I just jump on and do the dailies. Like, I barely do any of the other events or anything.
Yeah.
I think I have like 117 of the comic books.
There you go.
Characters now.
Yeah.
And it's like I finally was able to get a cycle going so that I have an actual income of, what do they call it, Hero Coin or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's mostly I come in, do the Deadpool daily, and then that's it. I've got like 450 some odd hours in this game.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Just doing the daily.
Yeah.
I shudder to think of what my time on Strike Force is. I'm so... I'm so bad when it comes to Strike Force that one of the reasons why I ended up enjoying it playing it even more was because you can probably see at the bottom of my tablet here is it doesn't do what Galaxy of Heroes does, and it let me use 2 devices with 1 account, which is why I stopped playing Galaxy of Heroes in the first place. So now I play it on my phone in low graphics mode, and I play it on my tablet in high graphics mode.
Yeah, there you go.
The way it should be done.
Yes. One more game from me. I started feeling that yearly itch to play Symphony of the Night.
Oh, I was going to say, is it Symphony of the Night or is it Final Fantasy V?
No, but oh my god, I just looked at Final Fantasy V 4-Job Fiesta. 56 days until that happens. Heaven help me. So yeah, that nightmare is going to come soon enough.
Honestly, they should probably bump it up a couple of months.
That's what I was. I don't follow that guy on Twitter anymore because I don't like him. So I'm not entirely sure what the thought process is behind that. But yes, it would be nice. So I decided I don't want to play just Symphony of the Night anymore because I've been playing that for something years. So I investigated a Symphony of the Night randomizer because randomizers are like the hot thing right now.
Yeah.
So I thought there has to be a Symphony of the Night randomizer. And I was correct.
The loot boxes of video games, if you will.
A little bit, yeah. So there's a really great one out there. I just Googled SOTN randomizer, and someone has basically a GitHub page.
Oh, this is what you were doing before the show.
No, I was doing something else that's really terrible that I don't... It was a Final Fantasy V randomizer, and we're not going to talk about it because it's like a dirty secret.
So I was close
enough.
Don't
admit to it.
Yeah, close enough. I don't know if I want to admit that problem yet. But it's really great. It has a really cool page where it has a bunch of checkboxes, has very clear explanations about what each randomizer category does and what the overall category the overall theme of the seed is. And then at the top there's just a big box that says drag your sotn.bin file here, hit the button, it'll manage all that stuff and spit out another bin file for you, and then you feed that into your emulator and you go. I decided for my first run to make it a little bit more challenging than the default one because the default one is basically all the relics in the game are just switched around in locations. That's fun enough by itself, but I went the next step and did items, weapons, upgrades, and relics. And sometimes bosses will drop relics, so you have to beat every boss.
Interesting.
And there's a bunch of options you can do for every for like the overall. It's like the type of seed you're generating. Basically, you don't want to mess with that unless you're like a speedrunner for the game, because you can set up a seed where you have to go out of bounds and do like sequence breaking stuff. I didn't go that way because I can do that stuff, but I don't think speedrunning Symphony of the Night is very much fun for me.
No, you've only played the game 1,000 times. I mean,
my problem with speedrunning it is like the very first thing you have to do to speedrun it to stop death from taking your stuff, I don't think is super fun because it's pixel perfect, and like I can do it. I don't like setting up the whole thing. Anywho, I am about 75% of the way done with the first castle. It's taking me longer than I'd like because I can't find one specific thing. The fun part is that I didn't realize until I started, they randomize your starting equipment too. So I sort of didn't start with anything that was great, which made that first 2 hallways a little bit rough.
Did you start with the brass knuckles? Please say yes.
No, God, that would have been worse. I started with like a shield that wasn't great. It was like one of the cursed shields and like the fire sword. So I have to like hit those wolves at the beginning 4 or 5 times. It was a little rough. So death takes all your stuff. I get to the first relic. Normally it's the Cube of Zoe that drops stuff from candles. it was the leap stone, the double jump.
Oh,
So I'm like, fantastic. I can just break this game wide open at the beginning. The bummer part of it, though, is I couldn't get nearly anything because nothing was dropping from any candles, which very quickly became a problem. I have been getting really crazy drops from nearly everything because a lot of times you'll walk into like a secret room and it usually has a health upgrade or like a heart upgrade. It just has a weapon or an item or like a dim sum set or something where it's like, all right, I'm going to get something really great. And it's like, oh, it's a monster vial. Great. Thanks. I rushed very quickly to the library, the store in the library, because I had absolutely I just kept getting weapon drops from everywhere. I wasn't getting any armor or jewelry or anything. The library sword had for $2,000 a la carte sword, like the second best sword in the game. So within like 20 minutes, I'm just one-shotting everything and like three-shotting bosses. Took me a really long time to find the Jewel of Open. I basically had to go through everything in the game that didn't require me to have that to find it to then go do that. And now I can't find the underwater breathing relic or the boatman one, so I have to like start breaking open a bunch of secret walls to find what that is, because I haven't found the glasses yet to see the Dark Priest shaft. So I'm at the point where I know, but it's like if I can't see shaft, I can't get to the upside down castle. So and because all the relics are flipped around, I'm getting Dracula's relics that drop in the inverted castle in the first one, but I'm not getting like the sonar from the bat, so I can't go through that darkened hallway, and I haven't found the spike breaker armor yet, which is starting to really bother me. So I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I know why people really like randomizers, but like the big one for the long time has been the Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. But I don't know that game like the back of my hand, like I do something like Final Fantasy V or Symphony of the Night. So I thought Symphony of the Night runs are really fast. Final Fantasy V runs are really fast too, comparatively. But I thought Symphony of the Night would be a really good one where PlayStation 1 emulation is solid. It's really easy to get that stuff up and running. I have a PS4 controller just sitting here, so I like have all the tools. And I've been having a blast. So I can't recommend it enough. I might post it on Twitter, the site that I'm using to generate it. But yeah, I'm having I was expecting to have a lot of fun with it, and I think because of how much stuff I randomized, I'm having a really great time playing it. So
yeah, but you have again gone down your insane rabbit holes.
I don't know what you're talking about. I definitely don't have a problem with that, but yes.
This game isn't fun enough. Let me screw with it.
Yeah, let me make it way harder. But I think the thing that's so appealing is I'm taking a game that I know by memory. I know like every nook and cranny of that game, and I like open up, and there's that one hallway. There's that one rock at the beginning where if you go through it as the bat one way and you go through it as the wolf the other way, it opens up a secret doorway. Like there's the jewel sword and there's a bunch of like a power of sire in there or something. That was just like a brass knuckles and like a wool hat in there. It's like, great, I went through all that stuff just to get crap. Okay, that's fine. But then like I can just break open a doorway in the catacombs, and next thing you know, I've like the best armor in the game and a health upgrade and a really cool piece of jewelry. It's like, all right, yeah, cool. All right, I'm back on it. Like it's really great. And the next one I want to try is the Final Fantasy V randomizer, because that seems it randomizes stuff in chests and shops and what jobs you get and what abilities you get from certain jobs. So it seems like it's an undying nightmare that is either going to be the worst idea I've ever had or really fun. Because
you're going to have 4 berserkers that all have white mage abilities.
Yeah, God. Yeah, 4 berserkers is a run that you can do in Final Fantasy V. There's only one boss that is really hard with it, but there's a handful of people that do a quad Zerker run, as it's called. They do it every year because they get screwed over by the randomizer and they get 4 berserkers. And I have never been punished with that run, but one of these years I'm 100% sure.
Now you have said it. So,
yeah.
Good luck this year.
Yeah. God, heaven help me. But that's all I'm playing. So let's take a break. Let's talk releases for the week of March 6th, 2020. Disaster Report 4 Summer Memories comes out for PC, Switch, and PS4.
What a name.
I feel so badly for this game because every time it tries to come out, there is something globally wrong with the world, and they're always just like, oh, is it okay? No, can we release it? No, we shouldn't.
With a name like Disaster Report 4, no.
Yeah.
Well, no, last time that massive earthquake hit Japan.
And they're like, oh, we shouldn't release this right now. We're the game that focuses on recovering after a giant earthquake. So probably coming out this time, and those games are real good, but are hard to market.
Yep.
Yeah. And lastly, Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out on the PS4 on the 10th. That's Friday. Reminder, it is available for pre-order digitally right now. It's 100 gigs. It's a 2-disc game. It's big. It's a big one. Him large. Whatever you need, free up that hard drive. Get rid of Call of Duty Warfare.
Just for the record, 1 gig of that is the game, 99 gig of that is the sword.
God, that'd be great. Just the highest 8K sword, HDR only on the sword. Be great. I now have this preloaded in my PS4, so I'm now allowing myself to get pretty excited about playing this game. And I'm excited to kind of really tuck into that this weekend and make a bunch of progress before next week's show. I'm excited. It looks really great. I haven't watched that final trailer yet because apparently people are like, "Hey, they just show a whole bunch of new stuff." It's like,
I hate trailers.
I'm okay. Trailers. The other trailers were really good. I can probably skip this one because it's out in 5 days. I think I'll be okay. Yeah. We only have one news story this week because the rest of them are cancellations and delays, and that is sort of understood right now. Bethesda, of all companies, has announced they're not going to host a digital showcase in June.
Yep, take a step away from the E3 and let's release it at our own pace when we feel like it and get all of the talk that week.
Yeah, well, they said they're not doing one at all.
Yep. They're going to drip feed it. They're going to do what like EA have got really good at doing this. I hate EA, but they've got really good at doing that. Here's the latest trailer for this game. Here is a spotlight on FIFA and a spotlight on Madden. And
IGN announced that they're doing that like multi-publisher thing in June or July, I think it is, where they're going to do like their own mini E3 sort of trailer dump.
I hope they do a virtual giant bomb thing this year.
I feel badly for Gersman because as soon as this one is announced, he's like, I don't know what we're going to do. It'd be really weird.
I mean, he shows his chops during those interview sections, the Giant Bomb Nightly shows at E3. You see in them why he gets paid the big bucks. You see why he is great at his job, especially when he's been in the industry for as long as he has. The stuff he can throw out to these people and just be like, oh, what about this from 24 years ago? And just like, oh. That's when he shows his strength, and I hope that depending on what the situation is at the time, if they have to do it digitally, they can do it digitally, but I hope he still gets the chance to sit down and talk with people. Free Johnny Vignacchi 2020.
That's right. One of the other things that I love about Giant Bomb is when they are put in a constraint and they have few resources, that's when the real fantastic stuff and the real stupidity comes out. So I'm hoping that the combination of the two turns into like this beautiful disaster.
Well, that's how them talking over stuff happened. Like they couldn't make it to the shows, so they ended up just doing a roundtable while it was going on. And that's how the nightly shows started as well. It was like, well, we can't go to all of these meetings because there's only 3 of us. How about we have all these people come to us and we just sit down and have a chat as friends and colleagues?
Yep. Plug your stuff and we'll talk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's get to our questions here. T-Bomb Rocks asks us in Discord, it seems like both the PS5 and Series X are focusing on features like hard drive speeds and variations of delivering the best fidelity. My question is, what are some features or problems you've had with the current generation that's still not been addressed? One answer for me, dashboard speed for both platforms.
Yep.
I don't mind when a dashboard is slow while I'm playing something. Like all the resources are going towards playing the game. That's understandable. But I experience this a lot less on the PS4 than I do on the Xbox One. But like if nothing is running, let's get moving. Like let's start, not when I'm like looking at a list of 500 games or whatever. Like I expect that to be slow, but like
that's my fault.
Yeah. But like the main window of a dashboard, that's gotta move smoothly. Like that's gotta be snappy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the store for the Xbox is still jacked up. Trying to get into it, it sits there for a while, and even then a lot of times I find that if I click on something, it won't take me to that game store page. It'll take me to the last game I looked at. And no matter what I do, it keeps sending me to the last game I looked at. So then I have to restart the Xbox, and then it'll slowly start to work properly.
It's super weird.
It's like, what's up with that crap?
Yeah.
But
what was the giant tin drum I just heard?
That was me tapping my mic.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it sounded like a gong from the Gong Show or something.
It's dinner time, bong.
I got a little too animated.
Yeah. And I think for me, I feel like both Microsoft and Sony's current OSs on PS4 and Xbox One are fairly feature rich. And I think that I feel like Microsoft has a much better like behind the hood settings menu than Sony does. Sony has a faster OS than Microsoft does. Like I feel like both are kind of comparable, and I'd like to see them. I don't want them to reinvent the dashboard for the next platform. Like just take the stuff you're doing and just kind of move it to the next one. Like let's not. I don't want to fire up my new console and be like, cool, I don't know what am I even looking at? Like what's happening here? I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
And a lot of the things in the new systems may be fixed already, and they just aren't really talking about it.
Right.
Or it's just not really a concern for them. We may boot them both up, and they'd be like, oh, hey, yeah, this is 100% better. They fixed this, and this, and that wasn't anything they ever touched on. So,
well, and Microsoft's the only one that's shown off their OS so far. Like Microsoft has shown off in some of their some of their clips and promotional videos about like loading speeds and switching games, whatever both of those things are called, because they have buzzwords for both of them. The Series X dashboard looks very similar, sort of like the next step for the dashboard, but not like a whole reinvention. And I don't know what Sony's gonna. I'm assuming they're just gonna do like XMB again, because that's what they've been doing for forever.
XMB5.
That's right. All right, here we go. But yeah, I feel like for me, I don't have a lot of needs out of my OS other than here is a giant list of games that is easy to get to, of everything I have installed, and it's fast. And I can accept party invites really easily. And that's it.
I guess the only thing I would have between the two of them, though, too, would be options, like just better explaining or showing where certain system settings and configurations are.
Yeah.
Because there are a couple things that you would think that would be easy to find that you have to dig through several menus to get to.
Yeah.
Like my audio output options, it's like on PS4, good luck. Who knows? I sort of wish
their settings menus are hot garbage, man.
It's really, and like the great part about the Xbox Ones is like you have your top level categories, and whenever you highlight one of them, it pops out all the option underneath it, so you can see. I really wish that both of them would do what Windows 10 has done, where Windows 10, you open up the control panel and you can just search for something where it's like screensaver and it says, click on this thing, it'll just take you there. I wish both of them would do that, where it's like, how do I enable HDR? I just want to search for HDR, and it's like, yeah, it's over here. Just click on this, it'll take you to it. I'd like that to happen, just so I can stop hunting around menus to just turn something on or off.
If I know what I want to play, that's all I do on the Xbox. I turn it on, I go make a cup of tea, and when I come back, I hit Y on the controller and do a search for the game.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. But other than that, like I feel like we've come so far from like the 360 dashboard where it's like, where's my friends? I have a list of friends. What is this? Like I have a party list. This is crazy. Where it's like, yeah, all this stuff is like the Xbox One's menu when you hit the Xbox button is really great. It's just, here are all the icons on the top, LB and RB, and you're off to the races, and all the stuff is organized pretty nicely. So
yeah,
2 thumbs up for everyone. I don't have a lot of the Xbox One controller now has a share button and a headphone jack. That's all I want.
Yep.
That's the other thing. The share, like to do a screen grab on the Xbox takes forever.
Yeah.
Dude.
I don't know.
Guide button Y. Nice and simple.
No, but like uploading it and saving it and all that stuff takes forever. Like the actual act of putting it on Twitter, like those are the stuff that I hope gets sped up when it's like I saved a screenshot, I can upload it to Twitter right away. Like PS4 is really great where you hold down the button, it pops out the menu, you can upload something right to Twitter. Like I hope Microsoft has something very similar. Steal everything from everybody.
Yeah.
That's all I want you to do.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, well, that's our episode this week. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. TVGP.tv is the website. Everywhere to find and follow us is on the right-hand side of the page. Patreon.com/E1M1. The ones are numbers. All the behind-the-scenes, early access. We don't have exclusive stuff because, that's a lot of work. But you can get early access stuff. $5.
You just don't post it to one of the feeds.
Yeah, I know.
It's literally the opposite.
Yeah. $5 a month gets you everything. I really appreciate everybody still being a patron. We've had a lot of people up their pledges lately, which is really great. This show and all these shows aren't cheap for hosting and website hosting and all that stuff. So helping fund that really eases the pressure on me to keep these shows running. Which is really great, which is what I want to do. I want to hang out with my friends every week, talk about video games, and then put it out for the world to make fun of us. Wait. We just had a brand new episode of Old Dog New Flicks, so go check that out. I think that's about it. So we'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Try and move my mic up here a little bit. All right, Nimp, hit me with your titles.
All right, I actually have quite a few this week.
Oh, nice.
So this one's kind of long. I don't know why I'm rubbing my hands weird.
I don't know what I was doing. It was weird.
Diddly poops.
I forgot to write that down.
Dinosaur egg. Is it farming or is it Jurassic Park?
Too long, but good.
Make ancient fruit, wine, and get rich.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Remy, whatever the guy's name is. The ultimate FMV bundle. So British it's unbelievable. And then you pooped it up. If I can't see Shaft.
That's right.
Quad Zerker. And Him Large.
Him Large. All right, Moon, what do you got?
I got a lot. My face so pretty. Stardew Valley podcast. Serious grinding. The light of my life. Dinosaur egg problems. Are you serious? Full of kegs. Solve the wizard's problems. Gimme all the shrooms. Audio visual novel. The salt level. You told me to. Pirate fisherman. A back calf.
Oh, God. Drop my pen, sorry.
Okay, I'll wait.
I got it. All right, I'm good. I'm back.
Okay. Real gamers playing hardcore. Parachutes are for wussies. We suffered for the fishy name. Free premium currency. Next wave interns of hate. And the loot box of video games.
I have I'm Gonna Get Rich, audio visual novel, But I Caught a Fishy, Parachutes Are for Sissies, Diddly Poops, thanks to Winemaker Joe, Best of the 90s, and Dinosaur Egg Problems. I put a check mark next to audio visual novel and Parachutes Are for Sissies. Anything else anyone feels strongly about?
I really like free premium currency because it's so antithetical to what it actually says.
Free premium currency. I like that one too. I don't know why I didn't write that down. Chick? I like audio visual novel a lot because I wrote it as audio/visual novel.
Yeah. That's what I figured, to be honest.
Yeah. But I do also like free premium currency.
Honestly, I think audio visual novel kind of takes it because it's literally a what the hell are you talking about kind of thing.
Right. Like, what does that mean?
It's very apropos of nothing, whereas free premium currency kind of... We could come up with that next week and the week before and...
Yeah, like any time in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'll circle it. All right, let me know when you're ready to start then.
Mm-hmm.
The thinking noises.
It is.
What are we going to do? I have the easy job. I just have to manage to not flub. The same thing I've been saying for 649 other episodes.
I say that like you didn't just have to look down to look at the number.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I'll make something up when I get there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll wing something.
Okay. Starting in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 650 for April 6th, 2020. Audio-visual novel?
AKA a movie.
Now I'm in surround sound.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us live. As always, thank you for watching and thank you for listening. We'll see you next week. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
And we stop recording.